Thanks to my partner Tai Jian, and I will carry on to introduce the China copyright law, how it origins, what is its own style, and how it works today. Let's take a look on the timeline here. Comparison to the United States copyright law or other Western countries, the history of China copyright law is quite short, only 25 years since 1990. When in 1992, after China had joined into the Berne Convention, the copyright law in China has been modified for 7 times. The first time in October 27, 2001, the second one in February 26, 2010. They already have the third amendment in 2012. However, can only interrupt but not implement it. The biggest influence of this change will be they decide to use the right of an attribution to replace the revisions. But no matter how they modify the act, there's only one purpose to make the law, in order to developing the culture and technology on the Association Watch. They put its principles significantly listed on their Article 1, which suing could be the Chinese own style of moral rights. Next page, please. In this page, I'll start comparing to Chinese own style moral rights to the standard set of Western mainstream, including the Berne Conventions. As you can see, the China copyright law contains the 4 dimensions of the moral rights: authorship, revision, integrity, and publications. However, we already know 3 of them: authorship, integrity, and publication. How about revision? And what is the rights? As we know about, there's no revisions in Western style moral rights as we're familiar, especially under the public servant purpose of solving doctrines for serving the people. This nation allowed the author to modify his work or to authorize others to instead of him, as long as for serving the social scene. Furthermore, there's no attribution of winter ideas in the China copyright law neither. We guess the right of integrity should cover of them. At last, the Berne Convention could be the lightest protection in these acts, only the right of authorship and integrity. Next page, please. Let's take a look on our first cases: Wu Guanzhong Su Duo Yunxuan, a gallery in Shanghai, and the Yongchen Guan, an antiquary collection company in Hong Kong. I will introduce this case to elaborate what's the difference between the right of revision and attribution under the China copyright law. In the beginning, the plaintiff Wu Guanzhong, who is a famous painter with a very high reputation in China art market, and the defendants Duo Yunxuan and Yongchen Guan, they were both to co-host the auction of Chinese temporary calligraphy and painting in October 1993. These artworks are provided by Duo Yunxuan. After this auction, they published the painting into a picture album and sent to the other units. In the same time, the plaintiff was noticed as a painter in auction has a title, "The Portrait's Mom." It's fastly attributed to him. However, the plaintiff had already announced that it wasn't his work. The plaintiff sued for an injunction of the sale, a public apologies, and a large monetary damages. Therefore, the court considered that the defendant saw a fraudulent painting was a direct infringement of the plaintiff's attribution right. It leads to the plaintiff's won the cases. In the end of my portion, I will leave the rest to my another partner. She will continue to expand the revision and integrity in other cases. Thank you.